So Sanobar, Dilshan and Sandeep. Is my voice perfectly audible? Yeah, very good evening. So how you people are doing today? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So first of all, we are going to, I'll be giving you a GT topic. You have to get yourself prepared and then you have to speak on that. Okay, and followed by that, we are going to do HR. Okay. Now, the topic for today is cleanliness is the fundamental responsibility of every citizen. You can, if your headset is working fine, you can speak, get yourself prepared and speak on this. Okay. Otherwise, you can write about it. Fine, everyone. Sanobar, Sandeep, and Dilshan. Okay. So, Sandeep, is your headset working fine? If I'm asking you, Dilshan and Sandeep, is your headset working fine? Okay, then you can write it down. Okay. And once you have written it down, I'm going to check it and rate it, and then we can switch over to the HR thing. And today under HR, we are going to learn about effectiveness of team, that is team building. What is team building, why we need to work in a team, stages of team development, managing team conflict, teamwork defined, types of teams. Fine? Is it clear? Sandeep is going to write. Hi Recha, how are you? Okay. Recha, we are going to do, we are going to study HR today, but before that, I want you to get yourself prepared on this and speak on it if your headset is working fine. Otherwise, if your headset is not working fine, in that case, you can write on it and then we can switch over to the HR topic. Today, under HR, we are going to learn about teams. Okay. Let me share it with you what all things we are going to cover under this chapter. That is effectiveness of teams, team building, stages of team development, managing conflict, teamwork defined, and types of teams. Fine. Now, so this is what we are going to study under HR. Okay. Okay. But before that, I want you people, for those who have joined late, like Prabhavati and Mohammed, Nihal, you have to get yourself prepared on the topic which is there on the board. Cleanliness is the fundamental responsibility of every citizen. If you want, you can speak on this. If you want, you can write on this, whichever one is feasible for you. And then we'll switch over to the HR thing. The topics which you are going to study under HR is mentioned on the board as well. Is it clear? So don't take much time because this chapter is a bit big. Okay. So come on, get yourself prepared on this topic. Cleanliness is the fundamental responsibility of all citizens. Yeah. Is it fine? Prabhavati, Mohammed, Nihal, Raisa, Sandeep and Dilshan. Okay, so I'm giving you 5 to 6 minutes. Get yourself prepared. If you want to write, you can write it down. If you want to speak, you can speak. Hi Kelvin, how are you? Kelvin, we are going to cover, the topics which we are going to cover HR under HR are listed on the board. Okay. And but before that, I want you to, get yourself prepared on the topic which is there above that. Cleanliness is the fundamental responsibility of every citizen. If you want, you can write on it. If you want, you can speak on it, whichever one is feasible for you. So just start doing it now. I don't want to waste any time because we have a lot to cover under HR, and I would also like to cover one case study. So you have 5-6 minutes. Just get yourself prepared. If you want, you can write it down. Okay? Am I clear? Fine, Dilshan. Uh, Dilshan, you'll have to wait for a few minutes. Let others finish it. Okay? Okay. Dilshan, just wait for a while. Let others finish it. Okay, Sandeep. Um, Others, I'm just giving you 3 more minutes. Please finish it. I'll keep myself silent till 3 minutes, for 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, fine. So it's like 6:40 here. At 6:43, we are going to stop, and then we'll begin with the HR thing. Fine, Prabhavati. 1 minute to go. So just 1 more minute. And you can, in the meanwhile, you can read what your fellow classmates have written. Okay? Okay, time over. That's it. Great, everyone. Now I have got a case study on Amway. You want to do that, or you want to cover the HR topic directly? Please let me know. I'll go with the majority. Fine, Kelvin. Tell me, you want me to cover the case study on Amway, or you want me to start with the HR topic directly? Please let me know in the chat box. Yeah, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Yeah, correct. Wow. Darshan is saying HR. Sandeep is also saying that. How about others? Case study, HR. Prabha is also saying HR. Fine. So let's move with the majority. So today we are going to learn about team. Now you must be working in some company, whether it's in school or see, we cannot perform any task fully because we are not skilled in all the areas which are needed to complete a task, right? That is being followed in companies too. It's not like one individual can do everything, right? Different departments are needed. They need to sum up together. They need to work together as a team to accomplish some project, right? Right, everyone? Now, effectiveness of teams. I hope you're able to see the board properly. Are you able to see the board properly? Sandeep, Raisa, Prabha, Kelvin, Dilshan, Mohammed. Great. A high performance team do not just appear. They are developed and nurtured. See, when there is no, when individuals, they forget about self, okay, and they work as, they have got a lot of team spirit, they work as a team, then only it leads to successful projects, right? So this skill is not developed in, see, everybody has got their own ego and prejudices, right? So it is, once we start on the very first day, you might not like the other individual who is the part of your team, but as you start, you might, because of your prejudice also, okay, what you are thinking might not be correct, okay, so because of your prejudice, ego, and many other factors are there, or what you are thinking might be correct, the other individual might be wrong in their, or that is, they might be having something negative because of which you are not liking them. So on the very first day when we interact with someone, it's see, we just cannot develop our wavelengths are different, right? Our wavelengths are different. So there is a kind of dissociation. He will work the way he is working, and you are going to and in order to develop friendliness with them, in order to be in order to grow good relations with them, you need to interact with them for some time, right? Right, everyone? So once you're going to spend some time with them, and once you'll be friends with them, you will you'll try to manage at conference, you and they will also try to manage at conference. See, you people might not be agreeing at all the spots, right? You might not be agreeing at all the things, but when there is a relation of friendliness, and we like someone, we get that spirit of being in a one team, then we can adjustment thing develops, right? So this is how we are able to perform. We keep our differences aside. No two individuals are same, not even twins, right? Biologically also. Fine, they have got a different DNA. So owing to a different DNA, we behave differently, right? And we are born and brought up in a different kind of a family, and we follow a different kinds of, we have got a different kind of thinking, right? We live in a different manner. So owing to that, we are totally different, right? and once we spend some time with someone, then only we get the feeling of being the part of one team, right? So that thing is nurtured. This is a human thing, this is a human nature, right? We just cannot even when it comes to like husband and wife, once we get married to someone, we are like different. So you will find frequent fights, but as love develops between a couple, what happens? They start adjusting with each other, because they know that they are not they celebrate their differences and they work together as a couple, right? They stay together as a couple. So this is applicable to team as well. By themselves, leaders with vision. I think I'm giving a lot of lecture. Everyone knows that. You must be feeling that she's giving a lot of lecture, but I'm just trying to make you understand. That's it. Okay, the psychology behind it. By themselves, leaders with vision cannot guarantee the development of such high performance teams, nor can members who desire to be the part of such teams. The development of high performance teams takes the combined effects of visionary leaders and motivated team members. See, if a leader wants the team members to do something, he just cannot force them to do it, unless and until they will want. Even if he is forcing them and they start doing it, still they won't be able to give 100% performance from their side, because they are not feeling motivated from inside. If you see, if I'm bound to do something, I will do it for sure, but I won't feel any zeal for the same. And if I'm not feeling a zeal for something, I just cannot give the best from my side. I might be having a lot of capability, I might be a very good performer, but if I don't feel the zeal from inside, what is going to happen? If I don't feel the zeal from inside, I am a very intelligent woman, I don't feel the zeal for something, and I am very creative, everything, I have got a lot of qualities, but I don't feel the zeal to do something. What is going to happen in that case? I will perform, that's for sure, because I am bound to perform, but how about my performance? It won't be up to the mark, right? So the leaders, they actually try to tackle the teams. They actually help them in developing the sense of team. Okay, and then they become a high performance team, and it does take time. In addition, facilitators with expertise in team building are needed. The following lists the characteristics that comprise high performance teams. High performance team means some team which actually completes all project on time, which has given the highest number of success projects. Okay, successful projects in a company. Okay, that is a high performance team. The team has a common focus, including clear and understandable goals. See, the individuals in team are different, right? But the goal is similar. All of them are working towards a similar goal, right? Plan of action and ways to measure success. Okay, their roles are different, but goal is same, right? Here in class, Raisa is different, Prabha is different, Kelvin is different, Dilshan is different, Mohammed is different. What is the goal? You people have came here to inculcate knowledge, and subject is of course HR for each one of you for today, right? And ways to measure success. Roles and responsibilities are clearly defined for each team member. See, when they've actually, being a team member, you will be allotted some responsibility, right? Being a team member, you will be allotted some responsibility, and they will clearly define what you need to do as a team member. Okay, each member has clearly defined expectations of other members. And two members. See, there are two guys. Suppose everyone is going to need to handle a particular department. Okay, so that and if if everyone in the team is performing what they need to do, then obviously there won't be any errors in the project, and it would be able to complete on time. They would be able to complete the project on time, right? But suppose if one person suppose there are 6 people in the team, and one person is not performing their duty, the other person is also going to suffer, right? Because suppose there are 2 guys. One is a finance guy, okay, and another one is from marketing. So unless and until a finance guy is going to provide with the correct like readings and calculations, how they are going to on what basis they are going to do marketing, right? So if the finance guy is not performing the duty, okay, so the marketing guy will expect the finance guy to complete their work on time, so that their role doesn't suffer. They don't suffer, right? They don't lag behind, right? Because unless and until they will get the correct figures from the finance guy, how they are going to perform their job, right? They are ready to perform it, they are available to perform it, but still they cannot, because the finance guy is not working as they need to work. The data which they are going to get the result, if the finance guy, the data they are going to get from the finance guy, they will use that to accomplish what they want to accomplish as a marketing person, right everyone? Right everyone? So that's why each member has clearly defined expectations of other members, because if the other member is lagging behind in their task, then they will also lag behind, because they are like interconnected, right? A team fully utilizes its resources, both internal and external. Member values each other differences in healthy and productive ways. Everyone knows that the other party is different, right? They are not same, but they take it in a healthy manner. Each member is able to give, receive, and elicit necessary feedback. So they share everything, right? They share the data, otherwise the project won't get completed. Everything is interconnected, right? The team members manage their meetings in a productive way, and they need to meet, they need to have a, communication to get to know. See, it's like they cannot collect data from the other team member in one go, right? They will work in a step by manner, and as they will complete a particular step, they will, pass on the data to the other guy, right? And if they will find it suitable, they will process it and they will do their work. But if they won't find it suitable, then they will return it back to the finance guy, the marketing guy, that okay, your data is not up to a mark, so can you please rectify it and then send it to me, right? This is how it works. Then the other guy, that is the finance guy, he's going to do the second step once they are okay with the first step, and then again he's going to pass on the data to the marketing guy. This is how the cycle goes on and on, right? So for that, see, to discuss the data, how far they have reached, okay, and if they need to meet each other many times, right? They need to communicate continuously, either through emails. They need to keep each other updated of where they are as of now in terms of work, right? The team is able to reach goals by achieving the necessary results. So if each team member is achieving the results they want, if they are able to meet out with their responsibilities appropriately, then obviously the whole team will achieve results, right? To build an effective team, a leader needs to establish an organizational environment in which individual team members can reflect upon and analyze relationships with other team members. A leader should encourage the resolution of any conflicts through healthy professional confrontation and willing and openly negotiate necessary changes. See, if there is a conflict between the team members, personal prejudice, okay, they personally they are having a conflict, then they cannot work as a team, right? And the whole team will suffer because of that, right? Just because two guys are having some kind of negativity towards each other, right? So in that case, team leader being the leader of the team, he needs to ensure that the project is completed on time and all the team members are working working appropriately as they need to work. So if there is a fight in between the two team members, he has to resolve that, and that too in a personal manner, right? Professional manner, not personal manner, I'm sorry. Okay, that was a slip of tongue. So that they need to solve it in a professional manner, right? Because see, if the manager is not solving it in a professional manner, what is going to happen? The two parties who are having conflict with each other, they may think that the manager is biased, he is prejudiced, he is giving more weightage to the other guy, and this is going to this is going to spoil the situation like anything, right? So that's why they have to do it in the professional manner, and they just need to make sure that he saturates both the guys, so that either of them does not feel that he is doing favors for the other guy. Fine. In short, effective team leaders are cheerleaders for the team. They cheer it, because we get bored very easily. That is a human nature. So we need someone who can cheer us, who can motivate us, so that we can continue working, and we can improve with our pace, right? Improve the pace, right? Is it clear, everyone? Any questions so far? Anyone? Any questions? No. Great. They encourage and support members who are committed and actively involved with their teams and engage those members who aren't participating. So see, whoever is working nicely, they need to encourage them so that they can improve with their pace, and they can feel the zeal from inside, and they can use their ability. They can utilize their ability to the best, up to the fullest. They can use their talent up to the fullest. Okay. This can only happen, we are going to utilize our abilities and talents by 100% if we are in a good mood, if we are feeling zeal from inside. So this is the responsibility of the team leader to encourage us appropriately so that we can use our talents up to the fullest. Okay. But those team members who are not participating due to some reasons, they need to the team leaders, they need to they just cannot guess why they are not participating, but they need to find out the reason for the same, and they have to sort out the reason. Once the reason will be sorted out, once the problem will be sorted out, those who are not participating, they will participate actively as well. Right? Is it clear? Is it clear? Now, several factors within an organization itself influence team effectiveness. Okay, including its organizational culture, level of autonomy, and types of feedback mechanisms. But the factors that influence the effectiveness of the team most directly stem from its internal structure and process. Structure factors including team or group size and composition of skill and abilities. Team processes include stage of team development, culture. See, if the environment within an organization is it's making you tensed, then in that case even the team leader cannot motivate you to work, to give your best performance, right? Yeah, cultural norms, role cohesiveness, and interpersonal process such as trust development. Suppose you are continuously doing your duties, and every time. Is my voice okay? Are you able to hear me well? Okay. So see, like what happens in sometimes it does happen in a company, and it is also the part of our day-to-day life. Like sometimes our team leader gets prejudiced. Okay, the company gets prejudiced, or team leader gets prejudiced, and those people, and he is like biased about someone. Those people who are not working at all, he always appreciates them. Sometimes it may happen, right? And you are working like anything, but you don't get any appreciation. So this is going to make you tensed, right? And this is going to affect, this tension is going to affect your performance as well. It will lead to frustration, obviously. See, I am giving my best shot always, but I don't get any appreciations for the same, nor I get any appraisals for the same. But the other person who is just buttering the team leader, okay, he is getting all appreciations, and he always get appraisals. In that case, this kind of behavior will make me tense. Either I will quit the organization, or what I will do, or I will get tensed. I will I won't be able to, my performance will drop down, right? Partiality, correct. So there are many things in an organization which does affect team building spirits, okay, team spirits. Cultural norms, role cohesiveness, and interpersonal process such as trust development. Suppose you are a very sincere guy, you are very honest, but if your team leader doesn't trust you, in that case also it will lead to frustration, right? You are continuously having a fight with the other guy, but if the team leader is prejudiced, and you are having a fight with some of your team member, okay, and it's his fault, not yours, and if suppose the team leader is taking his side, then this is also going to make you frustrated, right? So this is going to affect your performance. To judge the effectiveness of their teams, leader need to examine their team performances and personal outcomes. So see, if the team leader wants to know how effective his team is, his or her team is, in that case they need to go through the team performances. They need to check the team performances, how it has been performing in past 6 months or 1 year, how the team has performed in past 6 years, and also what was the contribution of each employee personally. So it's like like in December, January, February, okay, March, and April. Suppose they have taken some projects in these months, the team. Okay, the name of the team was like, suppose, what can we say? Can you suggest me the name of the team? Any name? Just suggest me some name for the team. Anyone who would like to suggest the name for the team? Suppose the name of the team is Team India. Okay, we don't get such names in organizations, but it's okay. Let us just hello. So suppose the name of the team is Team India. That is an imaginary name. Fine, everyone. Now, Team India has got 4 members in it. A team members, C and D. Okay. Now, the team leader whose name is suppose Modi. Okay. The name of the team leader is Modi. Okay. Now he wants to assess he wants to know how effective this team is. So he is going to check the overall performance of this team India. Okay, in December. So it was like their success rate was 90%. Okay. In January also their success rate was 90%. Okay. So this is the team performance in various months. Okay. Then 80 and then 80. Fine. Now, what was the individual So 90% of the projects taken by Team India was successful. Okay. In December, January and February, only 80% of the project out of the projects taken by Team India were successful in March and April. Fine. Now, so this is how he is going to judge how what was the success rate of this Team India. Now, so this is what he needs to assess first. And in the second go, he needs to assess the contribution of A in the success, in this 90% success. Okay, individual contribution of B, C and D in this success of December. Okay, suppose A has contributed 20%. Okay, the role of this this individual A was only 20%. Okay. In December. Okay. For B it was 80%, for C it was 80% and for D it was 77%. Okay. So he needs to judge, first of all he needs to judge the overall performance of the team and then performance of each individual. Fine. And if he finds that some individual this performance level is continuously dropping down, then either they will train them again, okay, and they will review their performance. If still they are not able to perform up to the mark, then they will what they are going to do, they are going to get another person for that. They are going to get someone else for that, right? In their place, they are going to get someone else. They are going to replace them, we can say, right? So if some member is if the performance of some member is continuously dropping down, company just don't give them a pink slip. Okay, what they do, they are going to train them. Okay, and then again they are going to review their performance. If they are performing up to the mark now, then they will keep them. If not, then they want to replace them with a new member. Fine. Now, performance outcomes may be measured by products made, ideas generated, customers served, number of defects per 1,000 items reduced, overtime hours, items sold and customer satisfaction levels. Personal outcomes may be measured by employee satisfaction, commitment and willingness of the members to stay on the team. Both outcomes are important for the long. See, they have to assess which team member has got which quality. Okay. Suppose they have been appointed as earlier someone else was working with this team. Now they are like the team lead. They have been appointed as a new team leader for this team. Okay. In that case, they don't know them personally, right? So, and they haven't interacted with these team members earlier. So in order to judge how effective this team is, first of all, they have to review their performance, individual performance, right? And then they also need to they have to allot some position to each employee for this project too, right? Each team member for this project too. For that, they need to assess their skills. and once they have assessed, the team leaders have assessed their skills, then only they can provide them the task they are suited for, right? Right, everyone? Am I correct? Only Prabha is responding. How about others? Yeah. So for that, they have to do these stuff. They have to, assess. They just need not to, this is a very rigorous process. Okay. When they are judging team's performance, they have to measure it in terms of products made, how many products this team has made, how many, whether they were good at generating ideas or not, how many customers they have served, number of defects per 1,000 items produced. Okay. And then overtime hours, whether this team is capable of working for more number of hours if required, items sold, and customer satisfaction level. Okay. And they also need to see, it's not, a company can only work well, okay, if the employees are also satisfied, right? Otherwise they will never think in the direction of benefit of the organization, right? If I'm working with an organization and I'm not happy with the organization, why I'm going to think about their benefit, right? I will never do that, right? So they also need to check employee satisfaction, whether these employees are not having any grudges, whether they are committed or not, and whether they want to stay in this team or not. Because if someone is not willing to stay in the team and you are just keeping them tight, what is going to happen in that case? They won't give their, they won't give their best shot. They'll just work because they are bound to work. That's it. They don't have any other options, right? Both outcomes are important for long-term viability as well as short-term success of the team. Is this much clear to everyone? Do you have any questions for me? Anyone out there? No. Okay. So can you suggest me, like you have to write it down in short, like what all measures a team leader should take in order to keep his team happy and together? How a team leader can make them develop that sense of togetherness as a team? What all things he can do, a team leader, to make them develop the skills of togetherness? Like how, to give them the spirit that, okay, we are a team. You might have seen that movie, what was the name, that hockey movie, Chak De India, right? So why they were able to win that hockey match? Because Team India has never, the girls team has never won that hockey match ever, the World Cup. But because Shah Rukh Khan, what we can learn from that movie? Okay, what a lesson it is giving to us, that he actually made them together. They were having their personal differences. All of them were very good players, right? Those ladies, those females, but they were not having that team spirit. So he was the one who was able to resolve the fight, and that is how he made them play as a team. Earlier they used to play as individuals. Okay, they are indeed individuals. They have their own differences, but a good team leader is one who can sort out that differences and who can bring them together. Yeah, unity is strength. Correct, right. So what all measures a team leader can take to develop that spirit of togetherness in a team, leading to success of the project? How it can happen? You can give some ideas. You need to write some ideas. You have to come up with some ideas. Suppose there is one team leader, he is struggling, okay? He is a very good team leader, but he is struggling. He doesn't know how to, develop that team spirit in the team, okay? And because of that, the project is suffering like anything. So you need to give him some suggestion, okay? This is a, this is a fake thing, okay? This is a real life, not a real life scenario, but this is just a, assumption, okay? Imagination, you can say. So this is the question, okay? How he can make them develop team spirits. The team is, all the team members are very good, very, very talented, but because they are not having that team spirit, okay, the project is suffering. He is very tense, the team leader. So how he can bring them together as a team? You have to write it down. You have to give him 5 suggestions, okay? So please write it down. Okay, just write it down in the form of points. You have to write 5 points for the same. So write it down in the form of points rather than just writing it like that, because it would make me confused. It will confuse me. It is going to confuse me. So if possible, write it down in the form of points, and you have to write 5 points for the same. You have to write 5 points for the same. Is everyone done with the same? Okay, fine. Just take your time. I'm not in a hurry. You can just take your time. But just come up with the appropriate suggestion. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Just take 2 more minutes and finish it, and then we're going to switch over to the next thing. After this, you have to do stages of team development. No, effectiveness of teams we haven't done. Just we have done. Now team has to be done. Okay. Is everyone done with the same? I'll just be back in 2 minutes. Fine, great. Now let's proceed ahead. See, when it comes to team building, it requires manager to follow a systematic planning. See, if we do something without planning, would it be a success thing? If I'm doing something without planning, what is going to happen? Right? If I'm doing something without planning, it won't be a success thing. Planning and implementation. So first of all, you have to chalk out the ideas. Yeah. If you're going to, you need to, develop the blueprints for something. Okay. You want, and then first of all, you have to develop the blueprints, and then you have to put it to practical. Okay. An implementation process to assess whether team can improve the organizational goal attainment, to remove barriers to team building. So see, there is a barrier to everything. So you have to remove those barriers. Once you have chalked out the plan and you start, giving it a practical shape, you will find some barriers too. You have to remove that. Okay. And to build effectiveness team through training. Okay. See, they are going to work on appropriate projects, the specific team. So before the project starts, they have to be trained on that, right? Empowerment and feedback. Fine. Managers must also decide on team size and member roles to gain the maximum contribution of all members. See, they just cannot keep anyone for the sake of keeping. They just cannot increase the team size like that. If he is keeping 5 members, all 5 members need to have appropriate roles, and he has to predefine the roles, right? Right, everyone? The roles should be predefined to each and every member. so that they know what they need to do. Otherwise, if they don't know what they need to do, they won't be able to utilize their skills, right? Managers must also decide on team size and member roles to gain the maximum contribution of all members. To create effective teams, manager needs to avoid the following 6 deadly sins of team building. Lack of model. Okay, as someone has said, it is going to collapse without a model. So a team leader often focuses on a single aspect of team functioning, such as communication practices, but many other elements are critical to team success. So it's not like if he is communicating well with the teammates, okay, like what needs to be done, then only the project would be successful. There are several other things which you need to keep in mind for the project to be successful. Fine. And a team is only as strong as its weakest component. A single dimensional team building process may cause frustration and destroy the credibility of the process. 6. A model of how teams function is needed to address all the factors that result in reduced team effectiveness. So he needs to know what may decrease the team effectiveness, and he needs to sort out all those stuffs. Then only it would be a team in real sense. A minimum, the following must be considered for team effectiveness. Clearly stated and commonly held visions. So the vision should be commonly held. That means all of them will work together for the completion of the project. Without any one of them, the project won't complete. And for everyone, the goal is same. So they have to keep aside their personal prejudices and they have to work as a team. And then if they have to decide that who is going to fit in what role, right? They have to assess, they should assess the each and every team member's talent, and then which role they are going to fit into. Fine. And the team leader should also have the clear understanding of what role a particular member is performing and what all things they need to do under that role. If they don't know it, how they are going to make them work, right? Right, everyone? Great. Efficient and shared understanding of procedures and norms, effective and skilled interpersonal relations, a system of reinforcement and celebration. That okay, it should be motivating. Prizes are motivating, gifts are motivating, right? So it should be there. Clear understanding of the team's relationship to the organization. Lack of diagnosis. Each team has distinct strengths and weaknesses which team building must take into account. The team leader must be aware. So team leader should know what are the strengths and weaknesses of his team. It's not like the particular team would have all the good qualities and a specific team would have all the weaknesses. It's not like that. It's a human nature. All of us have got some good qualities, some bad qualities, some strengths, some weaknesses. So this is applicable to the team as well. Fine. The team leader must assess his team's strengths and weakness. Although assessment and diagnostic instruments can be purchased, hiring an outside consultant to complete a thorough team assessment is advisable. See, actually the team leader need to make them work, okay, so that the project can be a success thing. So they can obviously hire outside consultant who can assess the team, but if they have to make them work, so they should assess it by themselves. They should assess it by themselves so that they can develop a better rapport with the team members, and they will. If I do something by myself, then I would be I would be able to do it in a better manner, right? I would be able to understand it in a better manner, right? Rather than getting reports from someone whom I might have hired to assess my team, right? Is it clear? Any questions so far? So we are going to continue with the same in the next class, which is tomorrow. Don't forget to fill the feedback form. Please be there. Please be on time. And if you want me to cover something specific in class, I have also promised that I'm going to teach personal management. So I'm going to teach it tomorrow itself. Okay, along with this thing as well. Okay, so just put genuine comments in the feedback form. Okay. Yeah. So see you tomorrow. Take care. Thank you so much.